Hi, I'm Suzette Dawes and welcome to Cloudy Sky Today channel on YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about taking a road trip to see lighthouses of Florida. Florida has two coasts. Now this doesn't show all the lighthouses. This is just so you can get the whole picture of Florida. But you could go up the east coast of Florida, in which case you'll be taking US 1 A1A. And you could come down the west coast of Florida, in which case you'd be taking US 98 and I believe I-75. Now you can see all the lighthouses in Florida, not just by driving, but you also would need a boat because some are on little keys and you need a charter or some kind of boat to get out there. And some are on military bases that you either need a pass for, or if the military base isn't open, it's viewable by sea because I do believe they are working lighthouses. Started at Hillsboro Inlet Park because from there you can see the Hillsboro Lighthouse, which surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, is closed most of the time, but they're allowed tours once a month. Unfortunately, it wasn't open, couldn't climb it, but yes, I did get to see the lighthouse. From there, nice little stopover at John D. MacArthur Beach State Park, then on to the Jupiter Inlet, which I did get to climb, only 100 and something steps, but hey. And then off to Cape Canaveral. Now with Cape Canaveral, you do need to book ahead of time that it had to come from some kind of shipwreck, this anchor that they have there in this park. Hey, I don't know. Here's the bridge I was talking about. You cross that bridge and you can go, even climb the lighthouse, but check their web pages because they're only open at certain times. Another view of the lighthouse. This was, in the park. I had to take a couple of shots of the views. Now this was on the way up to Jupiter. And this is the John D. MacArthur State Park. They have a big lagoon in the park, and then you have a strip of land, and then you have the beach. So there's this bridge that crosses it. Now, I had to take a picture of this sign because it had the word mermaid and manatee. And I have a poem where I talk about that. Why a sailor would mistake a manatee for a mermaid. Now, this is the beach at the John D. MacArthur State Park. It's on the East Coast. So you got that East Coast brown sand look. And another view. This is the ramp that led to the beach. And then this is the bridge that's crossing the lagoon that gets back to the other side of the park. And then we go back on either, I guess, US 1, State Road 7, A1A. Sometimes those roads even merge. Not words, roads. Now we're at Jupiter. Jupiter. This was one of the museums underground, and I believe it was the lightkeeper's house because you see the kerosene lamp. They had a little keyboard. I had to take a picture of it. And of course, it was behind glass because it's preserved. You can look. There she goes, the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse. 100, slightly over 100 steps. Was there a couple of steps to get into the lighthouse, and then it's very curvy and very steep. I know because I climbed it. I made it to the top. And the views. Oh, lovely. Lovely views. Oh, then I had to climb back down. Took a picture of this. I don't even remember what it was. Around the grounds, on the way up to Cape Canaveral. Hey, you see all those little keys out there? Okay, I wasn't driving. I was a passenger, so I could take all the pictures I want. Yeah, and then, made it to La Quinta to rest my weary head. Yeah, now this is back at Hillsboro Inlet. I had to do a little video. And the birds, I had to get these birds in the park. They were just, yeah, look at that. This was at that John D. MacArthur State Park. And the view from the Jupiter Lighthouse, that was so well worth it. So well losing my breath. Yes, it took my breath away. 135 steps. That was only the first landing. The keeper to have been in great shape to tackle the spiral stairway and tall steps because it took my breath away. Go ahead, I'll be a while. Between the excursion and this mass, pant, pant, I was only at the second landing. Why did I start this climb? When at home, staring at screens, being sedentary, these steps have taken my breath away. My heart is beating so hard. I can taste the fibers on this mass. As I pant, pant, that was the third landing. And finally, the top, a view, a panorama. I'm savoring this moment before the descent. Yes, it took my breath away. That was the final landing.